CJ Stroud was in a complete nightmare when he took on this New England Patriots defense. Now, how did they do it exactly? Take a look at this play right here. They're going to line up Milton Williams in a 4 technique over the tackle. They're going to stunt Chason around through the B gap to get a matchup versus the guard. But the real mismatch comes right here. Milton Williams versus a tackle. Nightmare. Nightmare. Do not want this at all if you're an offense. And why? Because this dude is a bull rusher, right? These tackles aren't as strong as some of these guards and centers. So, as Milton Williams engages contact, he gets his hands on the inside shoulder, and he bull rushes this guy so far back that CJ Stroud forces the pass early, and it's into the dirt in front of Christian Kirk. But, watch what Milton Williams is able to do next. Look at this, they come out in the exact same formation, right? Milton Williams in that 4 technique over the rookie left tackle, and then they come out with this dude way outside, wide 5'7", whatever you want to call him, right? But this time, they're not going to do what they just did. They're actually going to get Milton Williams to the inside shoulder of the guard, and because they did this earlier, this guard, his first step is going to be to the outside shoulder, right? You watch this, right? Boom, his first step goes to the outside, and as we attack the inside shoulder, you see him put his helmet down, and he drives back. Milton Williams is a complete nightmare for everybody. They slide their offensive line to the right, one-on-one to the left, which is another nightmare. Why are we not double teaming Milton Williams? No idea, because this is what he does to you. Swims right past, forces a quick trigger throw from CJ Stroud, and guess what? Over the head of tight end Harrison Bryant, and once again, another incompletion. Dominant. It wasn't just Milton Williams who was really dynamic. Also, Chason here to the bottom side. Look at this play. So they're going to get a release stop route over the middle. This tight end is supposed to be in a crack back all the way to the flats as the first option here for CJ Stroud, but he ends up falling on the inside foot of the tackle. As we bootleg around, it is the game plan for the defense to leave Chason unblocked. But what they don't understand is he is really fast, okay? This is not a Milton Williams who's bigger, stronger. This guy's fast. This guy is speed, right? So what ends up happening here is they really screw this up. Again, the game plan is for the tight end to leak into the flats and just be open. He trips, he falls. Their plan B is not there. They have no plan B. So what does Stroud do at this point? Instead of throwing the ball away or throwing into the dirt, right, or just taking the sack, he waits until the last second, tries to release this thing early, and it looks like he's probably trying to get the ball here, which, yeah, it's open, but boom, Chason hits him, ball's in the air, pick 6, Marcus Jones. I mean, again, you can't make mistakes in the championship game or the divisional game, and that's what they did all game because of the pressure. When you have a play like this, I mean, it is unbelievable what they were doing. It just wouldn't work, right? So they're going to be in a full slide off to the right side as they fake the handoff in this direction. Tight end's going to crack back this way. They're going to motion Christian Kirk in so he can chip Chason off the edge and allow the tight end time to get back out in front. But at the end of the day, you still have a tight end versus an edge rusher. That is terrible. If you don't have a couple of seconds in the pocket, you're done, right? You're done. Now, take a look at what ends up happening, right? They're going to chip Chason with 13 with Christian Kirk. Boom, quick chip, allow the tight end to get in position, but still, it's a tight end, right? Tight end gets blown up. Boom. Now, even if he had time in the pocket, let's say the tight end picks him up perfectly here. Look at the routes. There is nothing open. There is nothing open. Now, this would have been open because this guy bites down on the running back, but by the time the tight end allows the pressure, there's nothing he can do. Boom. Another sack for this defense. Guys, 33 pressures in this game from New England. Only 3 sacks, but 33 pressures. 24 quarterback hits. CJ Stroud was in a complete nightmare. And really quickly, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if you guys can. Helps out so much. But also, subscribe to the channel. It is free. Doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Pats all year. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns. So join the family, turn on your post notifications, that way you're notified when we do post, and give me a comment. Who do you think wins the game versus Denver? Jarrett Stidham, Drake May, should be an interesting one, but the Pats, I think, have the upper hand. Let me know what you guys think. Look at this ET. We've heard a lot of good things about Tonga being back, able to play in this game. Dude, he was huge in this game. Only played 29 snaps, but was very versatile. Moved all around the interior of this defensive line. And right here, we're going to see a little ET, an edge tackle stunt. Essentially, we're going to reach point of attack, get to the inside shoulder of the tackle as we reach point of attack, and bend around through this A-gap. Watch how perfectly this play works on both sides, right? So again, snap the ball. Boom, we're going to engage contact, get to the outside shoulder of the guard. As that happens, look at him realizing, okay, time for me to go get the inside shoulder. Boom, knocks him out of the play. Now we get a free rusher up the A-gap. CJ Stroud's already in panic mode. He's going to get to the outside. And now essentially, because this guy's got to try to get back to the inside, this guy's got no leverage. Now we've got a one-on-one with Tonga versus a running back, Woody Marks. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Woody Marks even looks over to the left like, I'm not blocking this guy. So, yeah, I'm just going to let him go right in. And boom. Tonga ends up getting the sack here. Unbelievable play there from the defense. That is just coaching, and that is execution of the game plan. Oh, wow. That is amazing. The NFL playoffs are officially here, and Sleeper is a place where you can potentially over 1,000 extra money. I tend to play it safer than a lot of other people, but you guys can do what you want. But I will say, I have so much fun. I want to show you what I'm putting in. Before I do so, though, take a look at this, right? If you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match up to $100, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100 to use, right? If you put in 50, they'll give you 50. If you put in 20, right, they'll match it up to $100. Make sure you guys do that if you haven't already done so. But also, here are my picks. We're going to go Matthew Stafford higher than 200 passing yards. Devontae Adams higher than 40 yards. Kyren Williams higher than 40 rushing yards. Listen, the Bears are one of the worst run defenses in football. Kyren Williams is going higher. Trust. Caleb Williams, higher than 175 passing yards. I feel like they might be down in this game. They might have to pass the ball. I think that's doable. And then Rome Odunze, higher than 35.5 receiving yards. That one I'm a little bit iffy about. Who knows if or how much Rome Odunze is going to be. I think he won't be shadowed, but I do think he'll get some good targets. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys are doing. And again, use promo code DUBS. You'll get a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 states. So check out Sleeper today. Now look at this. This is nasty, okay? So they come out in this look. What the Patriots love to do is confuse the quarterback right when they're about to snap the ball. So they come out here. What does it look like to you guys, right? It looks like maybe they're sending a little bit of edge pressure with the slot, right? But right before they snap the ball, they go into a double mug, getting both these linebackers over the A-gaps and also getting this guy right off the edge. So if you send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, running backs got to pick up one of these A-gaps, you got a free rusher off the edge, right? This guy drops back into coverage. Boom. Now they're overloading. You are absolutely screwed. We got a free rusher off the edge. CJ Stroud understands that. And guess what? Panic. Throws it. They're open, but it's behind the player. And it's another incompletion. They just outsmarted. They out-hustled. They just out-game planned the Houston Texans in this game. And to realize, right, you can't adjust your protection because it's too late. The ball snapped. Boom, they changed what they were doing defensively. And instead of having, you know, if they would have came out and double mug, they probably would have let Woody Marks, right, be a blocker as he was, and then maybe had a chip and release off the edge here, slid their line to the left, and maybe we're going to be able to pick it up. Either way, it did not work out. They are geniuses. Even 24 here, right, as he shows pressure, he reaches the point of attack, makes sure that that center is engaged, and then he drops back into coverage. Because now they again, just don't have enough bodies. They don't have enough bodies to defend this, right? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable what they did.